All right, and while we have our dinner, we will have Dr. Shehzad Batliwala, known as Dr. Shez, who exemplifies the transformative journey from being a former undocumented immigrant to becoming an accomplished eye surgeon. And here's the twist, he's also a comedian. So let's put our hands together for Dr. Batliwala to bring us all the laughter while we eat.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? I'm Shehzad Batliwala. Full disclaimer, I'm weird, okay? So I'm going to start with a selfie, okay? Just in case y'all don't laugh. Pretend like you're laughing. I told you I'm weird. Man, this is what a beautiful evening. Gosh. This feels like a family reunion, right? I can't remember the last time I saw all these brown people. I think it was at my wedding. I was going to talk a lot about belonging and fitting in, but I don't know anymore. I don't want to isolate the white people. Look, white people, I just want you all to know that you belong, okay? We're like UPS, okay? Y'all don't get that joke? We're like UPS. Just ask, what can brown do for you? So, look, guys, I am super excited to be here, right? Not just because this is the only audience that can actually spell my name, but because I believe in IAPAC's mission of raising awareness around mental health. It is such an important topic that's so often neglected, so I'm so happy to be here. I'm an ophthalmologist professionally and an aspiring comedian, which, trust me, is way better than the other way around. I love Trevor Noah, but you do not want him doing your LASIK. I'm also a first-generation Indian American. I was born in India, but I like to say that I was made in America, specifically Tyler, Texas. Yeah. I don't know what my dad was thinking. So growing up in Tyler, Texas, my name, Shehzad Batliwala, became Shazam Bottle of Water. Sounds like some hydrated superhero, you know? And I hated being called Shazam Bottle of Water. Who wouldn't? I felt like I never belonged. I felt like I didn't fit in. So I changed my name. I'm Shez now. I go by Dr. Shez. It just sounds cooler, you know? But as immigrants, we tend to do that, right? We tend to change our identities and our names to try to fit in because we just want to belong. Belonging is a human need. And, you know, when you feel like you don't belong, you're lonely. You're disconnected. And it's more than just a feeling. Our very own U.S. Surgeon General has said that loneliness is as harmful to your physical health as smoking almost a pack of cigarettes a day. That was not a joke. That was serious, right? That is insane to me when I learned that. And so my solution to that was to change my name. My family, similar thing. Let me explain. My father, he's here in the audience. Where you at, Dad? Yeah. Most people think he's my brother, but he's my father. His name is Yusuf Wali Muhammad Batliwala, but he goes by Sam. My uncle, his name is Shakir Abdul Latif Batliwala. Guess what he goes by? Sam. As an immigrant, it should be a crime to call your relative Uncle Sam. My family immigrated here when I was 7 years old from India, and I grew up here illegally, undocumented. We came on a tourist visa, and we just never stopped touring. So if somebody asks if y'all saw me here tonight, no, y'all didn't. Especially you, sir. My immigration attorney has seen me through my entire upbringing. He's like family to me. He sleeps on the couch. Forget having a lawyer on retainer. I got a lawyer on recliner. You like that one? I look at that. I even got a round of applause on that one. So, where do we want to go from here? Where did we go from undocumented immigrant? So look, people ask me all the time, what was it like growing up as an undocumented immigrant? It sucked. I felt always this deep sense of uncertainty and lack of belonging. I couldn't even get a driver's license, right? Much less anything else. And when you grow up that way, you just have this desire to be seen. And that's how I grew up. I wanted to do something that would impress everyone, the world, for external validation. Like comedy at IAPAC. And that wasn't enough. When I got my legal status, I graduated med school, and I became an ophthalmologist. I'm Indian. What else am I going to do? Well, guess what? That wasn't enough either. I read somewhere that they were sending doctors into space. So I got it in my head that I wanted to be an astronaut. That's how bad I wanted to be seen and accepted. Lucky for me, I actually got into an internship at NASA right here in Houston at the Johnson Space Center. And those 2 months I spent there were life-changing for me. I learned a lot of interesting space trivia as well, and I wanted to share some of that with you. For example, did you know that space toilets have seat belts? Yeah, where am I going with this? I was so excited to learn that because if I ever get to space, I am for sure bringing my mom's chicken tikka masala. It's quite, never mind, I won't say it. Y'all are eating dinner. Never mind. Let's move past that one. The other thing I learned is that India also has a space program. Did anybody know that? India actually has a space program, which is so interesting because when the shuttle takes off, the pilot spins the taximeter. And the last thing I learned is that every space mission has an astronaut commander, someone who makes all the decisions. In India, that's called mom. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Chupples, anybody? Mom and Chupples? Not a good combination. Tough crowd, man. What do y'all want to hear about? Huh? What do y'all want to talk about? I know where I want to go with this. Growing up Indian, let's talk about that. Such an interesting thing, right? American dads will teach their kids how to hunt or teach their kids how to play catch. My Indian dad taught me how to sell fake jewelry in the mall so we could pay rent. Yes, I was that guy. Oh, man. And, even now, as an eye doctor, I still got that fake jewelry mall kiosk hustle. You know what I mean? So don't be surprised if you see me out in the streets just ophthalmologizing everybody. Like you, sir, you with the glasses. You want LASIK on your right eye? I'll throw the left one in for free. You want 20/20? Let's go 50/50. I joke about that, but honestly, my dad taught me so much. He taught me hustle, right? As an immigrant, you got to be resourceful. You're kind of in that survival mindset for so much of your life. And I just want to give a shout out to my dad. He's probably one of the most hardest working, kind-hearted man I have ever met. And I'm so proud to be his son. So thank you, Dad. Welcome to my TED Talk, people. All right, I'm going to leave y'all. Can y'all hear me? Oh, here we go. Okay. I think that was a signal. They want me off the stage, y'all. I'll leave y'all with a couple more, then I'll get out of here. I come from a super close family. How close? My parents are first cousins. Ooh. Come on, don't act surprised, y'all. We're all Indian here, right? But that's not what's wrong with me. Their parents are also first cousins. I'm a third generation inbred, y'all. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm a third generation inbred. What does that mean? Even a third generation inbred like me can come to the U.S. and take risks and strive and make it, right? That's what America's all about. One last thing I want to share, and then I promise I'll get out of here. I got to get this out. When I was an intern at NASA, I joke about the space thing, but I learned something that completely changed my life. It's something called the overview effect. I got to live with a Navy SEAL when I was at NASA for 2 months, and he had gone to space himself. His name was Chris Cassidy. And one night we were sitting there, and he described to me what it felt like to be floating in space. I want you all to imagine this for a second. It's the darkness of space, and you're floating there. And right below you, you see Earth, this blue, beautiful marble suspended in the cosmic void. From that vantage point, you don't see borders. Divisions fade away. All you see is oneness and this interconnectedness with humanity. You don't see Democrats. You don't see Republicans. You just see mankind. And a lot of astronauts will describe this as a transformative shift in their perspective. And I wanted to mention that because can you imagine how beautiful our world would be and how healthy our politics would be if our leaders could embody the overview effect in their decision making? How collectively as a society, how much progress we would make if we all deep down believed and knew that we all belong. This event was a reach for me. Dr. Rupa gave me the opportunity to come and try to make this a brighter evening for you all. And, I got a few laughs. But I wanted to take this risk because this message of belonging and mental health awareness is so important. It's bigger than me. And this was a risk that was worth taking for me. So, thank you. So I want to leave you all with that image of the overview effect. All of those feelings of not belonging and isolation, disconnection that we all feel as human beings, that perspective for me grounds me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for letting me come up here and share my story and share this mission with you all. Have a good evening.